Hey guys, I'm back with another episode of Fallout 3. We're gonna do the Oasis quest.
Now try and hide from them!
Centaurs. What a great start to an episode.
Oh!
Not gonna be able to fast travel. Stop it. Centaurs. Alright, well, let's go do the Oasis quest because I want to get that and my
Outsider, you have arrived. Please, come closer. I have something of the utmost urgency to speak to you about. Do hurry. He doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the
I'm so glad you're here.
volume up.
It's been a while since anyone's visited us, and he's been waiting for someone like yourself to arrive. If you wouldn't mind following me, I'll bring you right to him. I'm sorry. In my excitement, I got ahead of myself. I'm Tree Father Birch, and I have the great fortune of being leader of his people, the Tree Minders. Beyond that gate is our home, Oasis. Why, he is, of course. If you'll just follow me to the pavilion, all will be explained.
Okay.
Excellent. Please, follow me. All will be explained soon.
So I'm not gonna
Revel, outsider, for he has chosen you.
Normally I would skip some, but this one goes into the history of the fall. These are, wow, early Bethesda trees.
We welcome you with outstretched arms.
Welcome, outsider. Welcome to Oasis.
What is it?
You have no idea how overjoyed I am to see you. Normally, outsiders are forbidden inside Oasis, but he has made an exception. That's his power you feel, outsider. With his outstretched limbs, he shelters us and keeps us safe. He's no mere god, my friend. He is the one who grows. He is the one who gives. And he is the one who guides. Thanks to him, the Tree Minders have a home. I would have preferred that he made the introduction, but I understand your hesitation. The Great One is a god tree. A living, breathing, speaking god tree. The Tree Minders are blessed to have this being watch over us.
Okay, show me what.
We care for this place and keep it safe from those who would seek to exploit it. He gives to us, so we give back to him. It's an arrangement that's worked well for almost 2 decades. We shun technology and embrace nature. That's the life of a tree minder. Sadly, the wasteland is a hostile place, and sometimes we're forced to defend ourselves against it. If that means fighting with manufactured weapons, then so be it. Had he not asked to see you, you never would have gotten this close to the gates. Yes, indeed it does. Sorry, I don't speak to outsiders very often, and I tend to get lost in conversation. As you approached Oasis, he said you were coming, and I was sent out to meet you personally with a request. He wishes to meet with you. You'd be the first outsider to do so in a very long time.
Okay.
Yes, person. To meet him, you must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him. Whenever you're ready, we may begin. It's simple, really. You drink the sap from the basin here in the pavilion. The sap will purify your mind and body of anything harmful that could possibly hurt him. I assure you, nothing harmful will happen to you. Very good. Take your place in front of the basin, and let's begin.
Okay.
We will now recite the blessing to ward off any harm the outsider may be carrying before he proceeds to the grove.
I bid you depart, agents of destruction, through the power of his divine will.
Leave our homes and bodies immediately. Live no longer in them, but pass over into places where you can harm no one.
In the name of his frondescence, I call his wrath upon you, so that wherever you may go, you bear it with you.
And, diminishing from day to day, you may disappear, except where you serve the health and good purposes of mankind. May no trace of you be found.
All this, may he be so good as to grant us, who is to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his redo.
Amen. Soon, you will pass peacefully into sleep, outsider. And when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
Okay. Oh, okay. So this guy goes into a few others. He technically, I think he's in Fallout 2 or 1. We'll see who he is. I know.
Glad to see you're finally awake. I can't believe they made you do that stupid ceremony. They listen when I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean? I wish I was too. Then me and Herbert could be the best of friends and live side by side. He's the tree, see? We're old pals, the best of buddies, and we know each other inside and out. Literally. Well, his name's really Bob. I think it's funny to call him Herbert, but I don't think he thinks it's that funny.
Okay, so it's really, so this is interesting. So it's widely believed that this is the same tree guy from Fallout 2. We'll figure that out.
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head, sunk his roots right in there, you know. Well, eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside. It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa. Mariposa. We were pretty deep inside and we found some weird vats of this nasty green goo. Right when we were about to leave, I think we were attacked. Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff. You have no idea how glad I am to hear that. Or we're glad to hear that. Me and Bob. I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor. Would you please kill me? Oh, no. It wouldn't be murder. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now, rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god. How to put this? I've been feeling rather spread out lately. I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some. It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides, isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system. I want you to go underground and destroy my heart. Oh, no, don't worry about them. When you decide to go down there, I'll have a little chat with Birch and the rest of the gang. They usually don't understand a word I say, but I'll make them come around. Now, how exactly am I supposed to do that? I can barely move anymore. Thanks to Bob, I'm obviously not going to be doing anything for a very long time.
I'll do it.
You will? You made us so happy. Isn't that right, Bob? Just give me a little time to say goodbye to good old Bob, and then I'll be ready.
Okay. Bye. Gee.
No. Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert because I think it's pretty funny. But I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name's Harold.
Okay. Well, we gotta go talk. That looks like
There's no... It's very nice to meet you, outsider. I'm Branch Tender Linden. Oasis is located near what used to be an old mining town before the bombs fell. When the attack started about 200 years ago, many people took shelter in the natural caves that dotted the area. The old gate that stands at the mouth of Oasis Cave is the last piece of architecture from those days. Well, I'm not so sure the Great One is a god. I I don't believe in that sort of thing. However, I am beginning to realize he's special. Something greater than any of the creatures in the wasteland. I was found dying in the wastes not far from here by a trader caravan. They knew about this place and brought me to Bloomseer Poplar. She nursed me back to health. I was a Brotherhood of Steel outcast. We had a deep patrol out here looking for some tech, and then got jumped by some Deathclaws. They shredded everyone else and left me bleeding to death. Honestly, I've never seen anything like this place. There isn't much more to the story. I would... You're a guest among us, and quite welcome, outsider.
Again. Okay, no. Okay, well,
Good to speak to you again.
what's this?
I sort of fell into it, I guess.
What am I supposed to... Oh. Okay.
You're a guest among us,
Okay.
and quite welcome.
There we go. Now I have the proper. That way's a wall. Okay. Only 16 minutes. Who do I need to speak to?
And I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong. Why else would he have called for an outsider's assistance?
The outsider is here to deliver us from our enemies, to keep this place safely locked away from the wasteland, not to exploit us.
How can we preach about peace when all you want to do is keep his gift all to ourselves? That's not what he would want.
If we allow the spread of this miracle to continue, we're putting him in jeopardy. I can't allow that. I won't allow it.
Once again, my husband, we are at an impasse. I suggest we speak to the outsider.
Agreed. Why else would the outsider have been allowed into the grove? Perhaps it's a test. Yes, that must be it. I know why you're here, and despite what my wife thinks, I know you'll do what's best for Oasis. After all, he chose you, and he would never want to put us in harm's way. Oh, he's testing you now, just like he tested us. He wants to see if your faith is strong by spinning these incredible stories. Who else but a god could produce all of this? Don't worry, you'll soon see things as I do. Yes, I've been pondering that riddle myself for some time now, and I think I know what he's trying to tell us. The Great One's influence is growing, and soon it will break free of the confines of this secluded vale. We can't allow Oasis to call attention to itself like that. It would be the end of him.
Good free, it's good free firewood for all. I'm not tempted to say that.
If the same sap that you drank to purify yourself could be applied to his heart, it should stop the spread. I can promise you no harm would come to it.
Screw that guy.
I love Birch, but sometimes I think he doesn't see the big picture. The spreading of his influence is not... Of course we do. He yearns to share his miracles with the whole world, to give the gift of life back to the dead wasteland. It's upsetting him to no end, but Birch can't see the pain it's causing. But now that you're here, I have a feeling the winds are about to change.
Okay,
I
what do you
heard what
propose?
my husband wanted you to do. What I propose is an alternative. The same person that created the sap also created this liniment. If you can reach his heart, it will assist him in making his influence increase. Instead of centuries, the wasteland will become green in mere decades. Just imagine how glorious that would be.
Branch tender Cypress at your service. I wish they wouldn't argue. Sure. Here you go.
Thank you.
Ec-
Yeah, I'm starting to happen. And there's probably be some olives. Oh yeah, there's more olives. Who makes person to go right here? That is a miler. Miler. Where's the miler? There he is. Oh god, so creepy. Okay, let's keep going. Find it. Tell me some miles. We have time. Yes. Snakes is one. Game's gonna act us. But, Hello? Right. That is the king. I am. That is a hunter. Sword needs to. Aberclaw. Where I need to go, but what's there's what? Right there. Arrow. Let this supply you. Yeah, that's not. Let us get out of here. There are two. I counted these two. And I'm not. Attack! Come on. How am I doing for time? Pretty good. I'll be able to get this. Take the rifle. This is wise.
I feel a change in the air. I wonder what it could be.
Okay.
You've done a great deed this day, my friend. The gifts the Great One has bestowed upon us will now take mere decades to breach the confines of oases instead of centuries. In your short visit here, I can see you've learned much. That's a rare gift in these turbulent times. I believe there are a few tree minders who wish to speak to you before you depart. I think you'll find their appreciation quite rewarding. Good luck in all your journeys, my friend. I hope your time here has opened your heart as well as it opened your eyes.
There's a level up there.
So, it looks like you decided to do things their way. So, should we...
Martyr can start one. That's the only one. What am I missing? Medic. Don't think I have to reset for that. Well, let's go for this.
Well, okay. Sometime, hopefully,
My game's acting up. I gotta end this conversation. I gotta call it. The game's starting to act up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love this one of you. I will see you all in the next episode. Peace.